Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and this video is gonna be for the ballers out there, you know? I take a look at some of these cheap Steam game deals, but that's not gonna be happening in this video. We're up in the price point. I see those of you guys out there, if you got your Bitcoin, I see these Bitcoin prices be soaring, and if you got some money to spend, we're gonna be looking at some game deals under the price of $20, and we got some $10 games as well. I mean, those games are even a little bit on the pricier side, but the under $20 games, oh my goodness. You know, it almost makes me vomit looking at these price points. But some of you guys are well off. Some of you guys have the wild inheritance. You've got that Bitcoin that you've been hoarding for years and years, and now you can sell it off. And now the fruits of your labor are really going to come in, and you can buy the more expensive games on Steam. But with that being said, again, we got some games under $20. We got some games under $10 at the end of this video. A lot of the times I don't look at the games under $20 because, yes, they're a little bit more pricey, and a lot of people ain't trying to spend that kind of money, but you know what? Let's try to cover some more stuff in some of these games. Like, I'll never cover Helldivers 2 again because that game will never be under $20, at least not anytime in the near future. $32 on that game, and I want to give that game a mention. With the DLC coming out, won't be in this video. I mean, I guess I just did mention it, but you get the idea. The update, I should say, for that game. But there's a lot of good stuff here, so let's get right into it. Let's kick things off with BlazBlue Entropy Effect, 30% off for $13.99. Love this game. I think this game is so awesome as an action roguelike, and I was a BlazBlue fan growing up, so I have affinity towards these characters, but that's really all the BlazBlue IP does here. You got some cool character designs, you got the style of these characters, but it's got no link to BlazBlue from a narrative standpoint, and thank the high heavens it doesn't, because BlazBlue from a narrative standpoint is so insane. You're getting into this game for the flashy gameplay, but that is enough. This is such an enjoyable game, and yes, 30% off, not a sizable discount, but a worthwhile action roguelike that I find myself going back to all the time. You know, I'll stop playing it for a month or two, but then if I'm needing a game to play, like BlazBlue Entropy Effect a lot of the times has become that game, and for a long time, that game was Dead Cells. BlazBlue has kind of taken that slot because I played Dead Cells to infinity and beyond, but we'll give a mention to Dead Cells later. BlazBlue Entropy Effect, 30% off for $13.99. Next up, our favorite publisher, Ubisoft, has Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, 50% off for $19.99. I thought this game had some of the worst promotion I've ever seen for a video game. However, as a game itself, I did think it was really good as a Metroidvania. A lot of great gameplay. Soundtrack in the game was pretty good. The soundtrack in that initial trailer, I think, cooked this game from right out the gate. Stylish presentation. The story I wasn't blown away by, but I thought the puzzles were pretty good as well. There are a couple puzzles that really had me stumped, and overall, just enjoyed the game. Platforming was well done. $19.99 is a little bit pricey, but, you know, that initial $50 price tag I thought was way, way, way too high. At $19.99, this is probably the price point that's right for a game like this. The Complete Edition is on sale for $24.99, and that does include the new story DLC that did just come out. So you can get that, or you can get the base game. Good pickup there for sure. Sifu is 60% off for $15.99. Now, if you want a game that'll make you damn near break a controller, Sifu is a pretty good one as far as that's concerned. I think the combat is incredibly rewarding. It's a martial arts beat-em-up style game, and it's well done, but again, it can get brutally challenging. I did really dig the visual style in this game. I thought it was really unique, and Slow Clap is putting out another game. It's Rematch. It's like a soccer game that follows the same kind of difficult style. I'm interested to see how that game's received. I don't know how well it's gonna do, but yeah, Sifu, pretty well received, and on top of that, did fairly well. Was an Epic Game Store exclusive for a while, but now available on Steam and available at $16. Think that's a pretty good price. Next up, as I mentioned, Dead Cells, 50% off for $12.49. You can get the Dead Cells Medley of Pain bundle for $21.55, and I would probably recommend you getting that. That's a pretty damn good deal for $21.55 to get all the DLC, but if you want to get the base game, that does fit the under $20 threshold. Dead Cells is a great action roguelike. I remember when I initially booted this game up, I found it fairly simplistic, and then you just play it for a little bit and realize there's an incredible amount of depth to it, but Enjoyed the game, obviously fairly challenging, but incredibly addicting as well. And it's one of the best received games on Steam. 142,000 reviews, 97% positive, and 89 on Metacritic. Kind of bummed that it doesn't have a 90. I really do feel like this is one of those games that deserves a 90, but again, a really solid game. 12.49, great pickup there. Next up, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, 75% off for $14.99. I can go on an absolutely unhinged rant about this game. Not to say that this game is awful or it's terrible. I just have some major issues with this game, but those issues might not be applicable to absolutely everyone. Now, first of all, I think Ivor is probably the worst Assassin's Creed main character out of any Assassin's Creed game. Like, there was so much talk about Shadows and their main character. Like, brothers, we just came off Valhalla and Ivor literally being a pile of trash. I think Ivor, not only in Assassin's Creed, might be one of the worst main characters I've ever seen in a video game, with, like, just being an absolute charisma vacuum, not having any depth to his character whatsoever. I think he's just awful, and yeah, I think he's terrible. I did play as male Ivor. I did see a lot of people say that female Ivor did a better job, but yeah, I thought this game, I thought the main character was terrible. I will also say this game has absolutely no respect for your time. Yes, there's one instance of Assassin's Creed games having a ton of content. Valhalla just absolutely does not respect your time, and you know what? Maybe credit to them, because this game made me not respect my own time as well, because I played through this game to completion and did like so much of the content. I was listening to podcasts while playing through this game again, so it made the experience a little bit more digestible. There's just so many instances where you're just doing nothing burgers in this game, and it's clearly just padded out. Like, I just had that feeling so many times while playing this game. It's just like, bro, this is clearly just padded content to create the illusion of having so much content, and it's just meaningless. You could have cut out so much stuff out of this game, and it would have been a better game. But again, for a lot of people, they're going to enjoy the world. They're going to enjoy spending so much time out of it. And $14.99 is going to get you like 150, 200 hours of gameplay. Like, that's a pretty good ratio if that is a metric that you look at. But yeah, there you go with that. And I did really like the Viking. The Viking setting is right up my alley. Like, I really do vibe with that setting. I have like a hatred towards Valhalla. That doesn't completely just say this game is absolutely terrible. It's just aspects of this game I found infuriating, like the main character being a pile of trash, and like this game having absolutely no respect for the player's time. And I feel like it was designed that way intentionally, so you would invest all of this time into the game. You would be more quote-unquote attached to the game. You would spend money on the microtransactions, the DLC, so on and so forth. That's kind of the MO with Ubisoft games. If you realize how Ubisoft games are fundamentally designed, that's the idea with them. I just thought with Valhalla, they went completely off the deep end, but hey, this game sold incredibly well, so who am I to say that it went off the deep end? Like, that's just my personal opinion, and I get that a lot of people did enjoy it, but $14.99 on that. They do have the complete edition for $34.99, which I have all the DLC as well. And, you know, Dawn of Ragnarok I didn't think was that great, but it is what it is. Hogwarts Legacy, next up, 75% off for $14.99. The complete polar opposite of Valhalla, where I think Hogwarts Legacy was a more digestible open world experience that wasn't super lengthy. It had a modicum of respect for your time. I don't know inherently if they went in with this idea, we want to respect the player's time, but I perceived it that way. When you compare it to a game like Valhalla, I thought Hogwarts Legacy was well done in that regard, where the content that was in the game, yes, it was finite, but it was good, and after 30, 40 hours, you could move on with your life. You had a good time with it. On to the next one, and I feel like Hogwarts Legacy did that fairly well. It'll be interesting to see if they can find that level of interest for a sequel, because I don't know if Hogwarts Legacy 2 is going to have the buzz and the anticipation like the first game did, just because the first game had that allure of being that first open-world Harry Potter game, which I don't know if the sequel is going to have that allure to it. I still think it's going to do fairly well, but we'll see how that turns out. But $14.99 for this, I think, is a great pickup. Definitely recommend that. Red Dead Redemption 2, 75% off for $14.99. I'm a broken record with this game. I think it's one of the greatest video games of all time. The attention to detail in this game, even being a game that's 7 years old at this point, puts to shame so many other games that have come out over the last 7 years, and it's remarkable. I get that Rockstar, as a development studio, their games can't be used as a standard for every other game to meet, because their games they don't put out a lot of games, but every decade that they do, it's at such a high level relative to everything out at the time that, you know, not every game is going to be able to hit this level of detail, but $14.99 for RDR2, if you're one of the few people that don't have it, definitely do pick it up. That's a great deal. Alright, so those are all of the deals under $20. Now let's highlight some deals under $10. Risk of Rain 2, $8.24 on this. Addicting game, really enjoyable co-op. I remember when I initially played this, I damn near had a fit playing it, and I uninstalled the game only to reinstall the game literally like a minute later because I wanted to go back into it, but I found it fairly challenging. Like the art style, $8.24, a pretty good price on that. Bright Memory Infinite, 50% off for $9.99. This just kicked off its deal as a part of the new publisher sale that's running. A lightning fast fusion of the FPS and action genres, and you've got a wide variety of abilities and skills to utilize. Great visuals as well. $9.99 for Bright Memory Infinite. You got XCOM 2, the collection. I recommend you picking up the collection over the base game. $8.10 for the collection, which includes War of the Chosen and some other DLC. Rewarding tactics titles. Tactics title, even if you're not super into tactics games, give this one a shot. I think a lot of you guys will end up having a pretty good time with it. I recommend it all the time. It's great. Definitely a good pickup there. Rusted Moss. Wanted to give this a shout. 50% off for $9.99. Very much a throwback game from a visual standpoint. A twin-stick shooter Metroidvania where you sling around the map with your grapple, blasting your way through witches and rusted machine monstrosities alike. This wasteland, once harboring mankind, has since fallen and Fei long forgotten now knock on humanity's door. Very positive reception on this one. 1,100 reviews, 89% positive, a 78 on Metacritic. Immortals Fenyx Rising, 80% off for $7.99. This is another Ubisoft open world game. I didn't vibe with it as much as a lot of other people. I know a lot of people that really enjoyed it. I wasn't crazy about the comedy and the art style, but you know, it's an interesting game. They did have a sequel in development. Unfortunately, that got canceled, so is what it is. Base game is $7.99. Gold Edition is $14.99. Next up, we got the Entropy Centre, 70% off for $5.99. A first-person puzzle game here. Definitely has some vibes of like a Portal. You know, first-person puzzlers are always going to have that vibe. Think in reverse, outsmart the impossible, mind-bending first-person adventure where you solve ingenious and complex puzzles by rewinding objects through time. Interesting premise here, and was received fairly well. $5.99 on that. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Complete Edition, 80% off at $9.99. Again, a lot of you guys are sick and tired of me recommending this. It's Witcher 3. Most of you guys have it. It's great. Get the Complete Edition with the DLC. It's a great pickup. And then Lil Gator Game is 50% off for $9.99. If you want something a little bit more accessible, charming, and cute, this is exactly going to be up your alley. $9.99 for this. Embark on an adorable adventure, discover new friends, and uncover everything the island has to offer. Climb, swim, glide, and slide your way into the hearts of many different characters you meet on your travels. 3,800 reviews, 98% positive for an overwhelmingly positive reception. If you want something that's a little bit more wholesome, you'll find that here. So $9.99 on that. And that is going to do it for me. Again, links to all of these deals, as always, will be in the description box below. Check those out. And yeah, a lot of deals are a little bit more expensive, but if you want to pick them up, go pick them up. If not, there's a lot of other options, as there always are. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.